Hello, guys and girls, and finally, we are in Java Full Course for Beginners 2026. And I'm going to get started with our course one. We are going to be learning for this course one variables, data types, and users input. Okay, so let's get started. Then, firstly, you have to download your IDE for Java. You can work with JetBrains because you can see I work mostly with JetBrains for PHP, Python, and other programming languages as well. And so you can make sure you download the community edition. It's free, but this is also free, but you have to still pay initially. Maybe after a few 30 days trial, you have to initially pay. But I'm working with the community edition. Or if you don't need to download or go through the stress of it, you can still go to Program is an online editor for any programming language. You can check for Python. It has Python and it has Java as well, and that's it. You can run code in it and click run and it does something. Okay, let's get started. So I will just open my setup menu for IntelliJ, and when you open your IntelliJ, you see something like this screen and or something like this. So you go to your sources, you right click new, and I'll create a package. I'll just name it course one. Enter. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is new, then uh Java class, and I'll name it main, or you can name it anything, but I'll just name it main. Yeah. Okay, so then you can see I think the font size is a little bit dim and small, and it won't be able to see. So what you have to do is, in case you need to change your font, you can go to your settings and click this mouse control, change font size with control plus mouse wheel in general and stuff. Then you click on OK. Now let me zoom it in. I think I'll work with 20. Okay, yeah, let's work with 20. Then let's get started. The first thing you have to do, you see in this tutorial, I'll be following most of the shortcuts you can also use as well. So to get started, to make the compiler to be able to get your text, you type psvm and tab, and it gets this psvm public static void main strings args, and this, so it helps the compiler to run. Okay, so we are starting with variables. If they say what's variables, variable is like a box where you can store data to use later. So how a way you can remember a variable is you can say data type variable name, then it's equals value. Okay, so we have a data type, variable name, and value. Let me explain briefly the data type. The data types in Java, we have primitive data types and we have reference data types. Primitive data types usually start with small case, lower case, and reference data types usually start with uppercase. That's just the basic thing you need to know. And we have mostly using, when we are working with Java, we use primitive data types, and reference data types are okay. Let's just kick off so you get more understanding. So the data types we have, I'll start with the primitive data types that we have in Java. Ints, I'll start with int. Int, you can say int age. You see the data type int, then the variable name age, then you say equals. Then what's the value of the age? Last 10 value, what's the value of the age? You can say 20, and make sure you include your semicolon. That's why I left it here. Okay, so and then that's how, like this, you have created a full, yeah, becoming a full Java programmer. Then the next thing that we have to do, we have another data type called, is we are still working with the primitive data types. We have double, let's say double price. Price is equals 3.99. Okay, so you see data types, variable name, and value as well. Okay, so we have, so this is the second primitive data type that is very common. The next one we have is char. It's for characters. Is the a shortened form of characters. Char. We say char. The variable name will be symbol. You can look at variable name like x and y in maths and any other stuff like that. You can see you can also do int x, int y. It's still anything. You can name it anything, but why I'm naming it like this is so it can have meaning and understanding. Okay, just stick with age. Then char symbol equals then now for receiving char you have a single quotes and then this then you say what can you store in a char as a just a single value though sorry rt anything but I'll stick with art and mostly char is important like char array is mostly used in storing passwords and other stuffs than string. Okay, and string is like a data type used to store lots of value. It's a reference data type. So you can see string name. You can see it started with capital letter, so you know it's a reference data type. Even array list and but we're going to still go on those things. But for now, just know the different types of data types that we have. So string name, what will be the value of the name? Let me say Charles. You can see anything as long as the text can go as well. Okay, so that's it. So the string name will leave it as Charles. Okay, so the next thing is what you need to do is then yeah before I forgot a boolean. We have boolean. It saves true or false values. You can say is alive is a primitive data type as well. You can see the colors of primitive data types, and you know it's IntelliJ helps us differentiate it as well. That's one more cool fact about it. Then it's alive. Boolean is alive. Everyone is alive watching this video, so we'll say true. Okay, unless you're dead or something. So then boolean is alive is equals true. Okay, so it's equals true or false. Just that's just the values that it can save. Okay, but we'll stick with true. Okay, so that's it. We have bytes, we have short, we have long, we have float, and many other type of data types. But these ones are the most commonly used data types. Okay, so then now the next thing is so you see the main function of this particular thing right here. The main function is this. So if you want to print, there's another short way of printing something in Java. You can say SOUT and tab. Then it gives you this. Then you now print this prints hello hello human or anything. Shift F10. Then this waits. Hold on. It takes time to run. Hello human. Okay. So if you want to work with any of your data type, you can just do like this. Hello plus this is concatenation, so you can add the variable name together with it. Okay, so you can say hello let's say name. We are adding this variable name. You can see how it's highlighting it. Okay, so hello name. So let's run it. Let's run the program. You see it changes. Hello Charles. So it now replaces this name with our value Charles. This value Charles. Okay, so you can say you can add more things though, like plus you give space, then add age years old. Okay, hello Charles, you are age is 20 years old. So if I run this you see what it gives out now. Hold on. Okay, hello Charles, you are 20 years old. Okay, you can also put this in a new line if you wish to. This for new line. Okay, so if you run it it goes to a new line. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to know about printing in variable. We also have this err as well, but it's not a good set of use. Dot we have error, but it's just for like if and else statements and stuff like that. So for now we're not going to be using this. We're just going to stick with what we are using for now. Okay, so the next thing you need to know is also a type of concatenation. We have concatenation, we have interpolation as well. Oh shit. We have concatenation and we have interpolation. So I'll just delete this and use another way for it. Okay, so let's check something out. So you do SOUT for interpolation. So for concatenation, you do SOUT tab. For interpolation, you do SOUF tab. Okay, print F is what it is. Print F. Mostly I do C sharp. So no. So next thing you have to do is, let's say I want to say my name. All you have to know is I'll add this in comments. Adding comments in Java does this double slash and the console will not read it as a normal program. So you can say for integer is just like percentage D. Sorry, small letter D. For double, we have double can also be replaced by is also like, sorry, let me add my comment, percentage F. Okay, then character or char is percentage C. I'll still show you guys the use, just stick with me. Then boolean is percentage B, and string is percentage S. Okay, so then if you are using printf to print out a message or a text, all you have to do is hello. So what are we going to use as this printf? Charles will be percentage S to say, call it that is a string that you want to print here. Just take this as this string value. Just take it like that. So hello Charles, I'll give comma, you are, so I won't say 20. So what I'll do is percentage D. This is the short way that I can write your print thing today to print to the console. So you are this years old. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do now is outside there, what you have to do is you put comma and then tell the console what are these things, what is this and what is this. So you say what is the the variable name is name. Then next one is uh age. Okay, so then you run it. It still gives the same output as the last thing we did. Oh, sorry. I think there's an error somewhere. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I think my yeah, this sorry. Let's run it again. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just mistakenly deleted this guy right here. This closing parenthesis. Okay, so that's it. All you need to know about printing. So just know that this S is for string, this is for just like this, int, F for double, C for character, and boolean, and it just replaces it like this. So it's also a very good way for writing out outputs in the console as well. Just take as this and this as the integer that is here. Okay, so let's get started with collecting users inputs. Okay, when you want to collect user inputs, you see most people doing scanner.in and scanner dot all those things, closing the scanner. I think it's more best practice. Okay, now I'll show you the best practice you can use for taking users inputs in Java. So firstly, outside our class, we'll import, let's import java.io.console. Okay, so you import java.io.console so we can read files from a user using console, just like C sharp as well. So I'll just delete this initially and let's get started. Then the next thing we have to put is console. We have to put console equals capital letter system dot console, and we close it. Okay, so now it have give us the functionality to be able to read or read inputs from a user than using scanner in, scanner close, all those stuffs. So like this, you can use this, and I think this is more versatile and this is more preferable to me as well. So the next thing we are going to do is let's ask the user for his or her name. Then we'll say string username is equals, then I'll say uh, equals console.readline. Okay, then what do you want to read from the user? So it would be, let's say, enter your name. Okay, so string, you store it the data type, the data type string, and the variable name is username. Then the value is equals anything that the user gives as the value. Since we're using console, you can just write it like a C# program, console.readline, enter your name, you give space here and stuff. Then what else should we ask the user for? Let's ask the user for int age as well. Let's call it user age is equals. Then for age, you can't do console.readline, you have to convert it to an integer. So the same way you convert like in scanner as well, but this time we're going to use it, it's more similar to like C#. So you do integer, I'm not sure I spelled this correctly, integer dot parse int, then in brackets, then inside the brackets you do console.readline, then you now ask the user what you want him to enter your age. Okay, so enter. So what else can we collect from the user? Let's collect the price. Let's collect, no, his height or something. Then we'll say double height is equals. So collecting double is a decimal number. You say double dots. You can see it's just like auto boxing, I'm unboxing, but we're going to still go to enter that part. So you can see I'm writing this now like a reference data type. You can see my string, my integer, full integer. Make sure you're calling the full name double in capital letter as well. Double dot parse double, and then inside the parentheses you have console.readline. Okay, then sorry, outside then this. So what are we going to tell the user? Then inside the console.readline we'll say enter, I'll just reduce this a little bit so you can, yeah, enter your height. Enter your height. Okay, so that's it, I think. Yeah, so we also have boolean, and you can do boolean, boolean does parse boolean console.readline and store a boolean value. So we have character as well, but we are sticking with this. Then all you need to know is this: the data type, this data type, then the variable name, then the value is what the user enters. We use as the value. So let's print something out quickly. Okay, let's say SOUF. I'll use printf. So I will say hello percentage s for string. Then outside I'll say hello percentage s for string. Make sure you put your new line so it doesn't make your code unorganized. So hello percentage s, then outside I'll say which was the variable name I'm referring to as s. I'll say his username I'm referring to as s. So it's hello, then the user's name, anything the user inputs as his or her name. Then next one we're going to print is SOUF tab. Then we'll now say you are percentage. So since we're collecting the age d, you are something years old. Then remember your new line character for this, then user age. Then what's this thing outside here is what is this day representing. So you tell the computer what this day is representing. The next thing we're going to do is SOUF tab. Then inside I'll say are you are percentage. So for double we have percentage f. If you are this thing fits tall or something, then you can leave your new line because this is another character. Then you put your comma and say user height. Okay, no user height, just normal height. Okay, so the next thing is this. So let's run the program to see what it does. Shift F10. Okay, enter your name. I'll just say Charles. Enter your age. I'll say 20. Enter your height. I'll say 16. Hello, Charles. You are 20 years old. You are 16.00000 feet tall. Okay, let's convert this to something else. I've not yet said about this, but uh, okay, let's just leave it that way. Though, let's leave it. Maybe in another of our tutorial, I will show you guys how to convert this to, like, you won't be able to see this zero. Maybe you can do dots two and many other things, and you know. So that's it. All we have for our first course today is for you to get started with Java. And if you found this video helpful, don't be afraid to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to watch our next course tutorial if you are focused on learning Java.